waking the dead. That's what we do. And we do that from time to time. It's pretty awesome in Christianity. We take those people, as Paul would say, that are dead in sin, and rise them up to walk in newness of life. But it's not just raising the dead from sin, but also raising people from the death of mediocrity. I know it sounds a little bit like modern motivational speech, but the purpose of Christianity is to instill a sense of meaning and purpose and mission in a life. And that meaning and purpose that God intends to instill in a life to raise them out of that grave of mediocrity and ho-humness is in Ecclesiastes 12:13, to be very basic, where he says the whole duty of man is to fear God and keep his commandments. And Christianity is all about taking folks who have neglected to do just exactly that and bring them on board and give them a sense of excitement and a purpose and mission and that feeling that now my life matters. I'm fulfilling something that counts. I'm making a difference in my community. That's what Christianity does. That's what it's always done. Christianity was the first self-help book. It was the first change the society. It was the first live your best life ever. It was the first. It's the fountainhead of all of it. And a lot of it has been, I would say, commandeered by modern motivational speakers. But if you'll listen to them at all the good stuff anyway, there is some garbage out there, but all the good stuff harkens back to the Bible. And much of it very directly so. Everybody needs a mission. They need a purpose. And it needs to have something deep and abiding about it. It needs to be more than just here to the tombstone. It needs to be here to eternity. And that gets us back to waking the dead out of mediocrity. And it starts with accepting that our whole duty is to fear God and keep his commandments. Now, if you can catch this, I like to call it inner fight. If you can catch that energy, that passion, that, yeah, I want this. This is what I've been looking for all my life. I didn't get it because, let's face it, religion as a whole is kind of a messed up, and folks look at that big pile of whatever religion is in general, they don't see that there is some potential here and there. Yeah, a lot of it's nonsense. I'll agree with you 100%, but there's some wonderful potential for those who can weed through it and find the gold, the silver, the wonder. And it becomes a choice. Do I want to shine? Do I really just want to be a Christian like they were 2,000 years ago and really follow God and make my world a better place and be the salt of the earth? All of that's just a choice. It's just a simple choice. I can sit around and wait for somebody to magically try to transform my life passively so I don't have to do anything, which is never going to happen. Or I can get out there and I can learn the skills, develop them, take those talents God gave me and grow them and really become somebody. But the first thing you got to do is get going. You know, you don't have to be great to get started, but you got to get going. That's an essential. There has to be some action right up front that says, this is what I'm going to do. And I know it's so cliche to say it nowadays, but I'm going to say it anyway. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. So we can sit around and intend that one of these days I'm going to do this, and one of these days I'm going to do that, and one of these days, and good intentions are not going to do anything. If good intentions could change the world, we would live in a virtual paradise right now, because I am convinced that there are more good people than bad people in the world, and that every one of them has good intentions to make a difference, to make their community, their world, their family, their workplace a better place. And then we get sidetracked. Well, you know, as soon as I get out of college, I'm going to make a difference in my world. Well, you know, I just got engaged and we got to get through this whole wedding thing. But after I get married and get settled in, I'm going to make a difference in my world. But wait, I just got that new job, so I need to wait till I kind of get my job figured out, and then I'm going to make a difference. I'm changing the world. It's going to be a better place because I got kids coming. Now, I got to get the kids raised, and I got to get them through school, and now we've just took another 20 years off the calendar. But one of these days, I'm going to make a difference in this world. I'm going to make this world a better. Well, I just retired, and I want to enjoy my retirement a little bit. But after I have it through enjoying my retirement, I'm going to make a difference in this world. I'm going to make this world a better place. Yeah. And so we have a lot of good intention out there, and I think we do, really. I do think a lot of people have a lot of good intentions, but they just get distracted. And they go, no, well, later. Look, if we're going to make the world a better place, there's nothing else we can do but take some action right now. Now, I realize you've got a busy schedule. I have a busy schedule, so the amount of action we can take is going to vary depending on where we're at in life. That's a given. So if you have a young family at home and you're getting them off to school and you got your career and all that stuff, I agree. You're not going to have a whole lot of time. You get on a little further in life, like I am, and the kids are grown and gone, you got a lot more time to make a difference, right? And maybe you're a young person who's not in a relationship, you're not married, you're not doing, you got your job, I hope you have a job, and you're responsible, you got a lot of time. So everybody's going to have to look at their own schedule and go, well, I have this much time to do something good. And somebody else is going to say, well, I got this much time. But until you figure out where you can take your action and actually do it, then nothing's going to happen. You're going to stay there just doing whatever you do. Not necessarily bad, not necessarily good. It's just not really doing a whole lot of anything. And you catch yourself sitting in those quiet times going, what's the purpose of life? Why am I here? Am I really here just to be born, grow old, and die? Is that it? And if you're having those thoughts, then you haven't wakened from the dead yet. Because people who have wakened from the grave of mediocrity don't have those thoughts. They know why they're here. They know their personal mission. They know what actions they're taking, and they know where they are endeavoring to make a difference. And that's living life. Something to think about. Of course, put your comments below. We'll have a little conversation if you'd like. And as always, have a great day.